Hello, hello. My name is Sean Q. I am your scalable coach, and my job is to help you really create an established, scalable coaching business that can grow beyond personal hustle, personal grind, and create systems, allow you to create systems that allow you to scale and handle scale. Now, if you're a coach who is part of this Facebook group, I'm excited that you're here. Let me know in the chat below where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for joining us, and let me know if you're hashtag team live or on the replay. Thank you so much for running and spending some time with us today. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create 5 scalable coaching offers. I'm going to show you what you need to in order to scale, and I'm going to show you how to build them. And so I'm going to go ahead and just double check to make sure that I'm actually live streaming. If you can hear me, let me know. Say hi in the chat. Okay, I see us. Let me see if we can hear us. Last time, okay, I see some captions. So I think you can hear me. Last time I did like a 45-minute live stream and there was no audio. So I had to redo it. Anyways, if you guys don't know me, my name is Sean Q. I've built $1 million coaching practice and have been able to live an incredible life, blessed and privileged to be able to do life with my incredible wife and my incredible daughter. And I did that through a lot of personal hustle, personal grind. What's really interesting is I made one key shift, and let me know if this is a shift you know you need to make. I made one key shift, and that shift was moving away from the personal hustle and personal grind of building business. I ended up taking my coaching business and using a coaching for equity model that allowed me to actually acquire ownership of several businesses. I now have a holding company and I own multiple businesses in a variety of spaces, whether it is in a marketing agency that I have partial ownership of, or whether it's a real estate company, or whether it's coaching companies. It's been an honor and a privilege to be able to take my skill set and turn it into coaching for equity offers. Now, if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. I would love to share that. That's not one of the offers I'm going to be sharing today, but that's a little bit of a bonus. If you are interested, let me know. Maybe I'll do a live stream on a coaching for equity offer. Today, we're going to be going over the how to get off that one-on-one treadmill, or even that group coaching model treadmill. If you are working harder and harder only to realize that you've built a business that depends entirely on your time, this is for you. Pay attention. This is for you. Here's the truth. There is a difference between growth and scale. I'm going to say that again. There is a massive difference between growth and scale. Growth is more. I'm getting more clients. I want more leads. I want more revenue. And more is good. More is fun. I remember when I was first getting started and we landed like 40 clients, all paying about $10,000 to $20,000. And it was pretty phenomenal. It was more revenue, more clients, and it was phenomenal. But more very quickly becomes overwhelmed. It becomes more staff. It becomes more expenses. It becomes more systems. It becomes more complexity. You know, there's so much more. And so what I realized was my calendar and my freedom began to become less and less and less. I began to see my calendar fill up with one-on-one clients, which was awesome, what I wanted, but I actually began to resent those clients. Because what happened was I had to meet with clients instead of being able to spend time with my family. I didn't really have the freedom I thought my coaching business would give me. I had the money, but not the freedom. And I very quickly understood. How many of you know this to be true? Let me know in the chat. That you can have all the money in the world, but without freedom, it doesn't matter. You become kind of locked in and handcuffed to the hustle and the grind that was required to build it. Because guess what? We had to do more launches, and then we had to do more marketing, and then we had to do more sales calls. And what happened was more became my breaking point. How many of you have been there? Let me know in the chat, where you realize growth is good for a season, but growth in constant, unfiltered, just go growth is not sustainable. Instead, what I really began to discover was I didn't need growth in my business. I needed scale. Scale is all about leverage. Where growth is all about more, scale is all about leverage. How do you get more without having to spend more energy, more expenses, more time? It's essentially, how do you create more with less? By doing less, by showing up less. Doesn't mean you give less value. It doesn't mean you create less impact. What it does mean is you are required less to create that impact. So where growth means more, scale means leverage. And how do you create leverage? Well, what you do is you create systems. Systems are what keep your growth sustainable. I'm not interested in how do we land one client. I'm not interested in how do we get one more lead. I'm interested in how do we build a system. And I'm curious, let me know if you are too. Are you interested in having a system that can automatically generate leads, convert those leads into clients, and then not only get the clients, but also get the testimonials on auto? I very quickly realized that I did not have to be involved in order for my clients to get results. One of my favorite moments ever was to wake up to an email that my assistant sent me of a testimonial from a client I had never met. I didn't generate the lead. I didn't work with them on coaching. I didn't coach them. They were a client of our company, but I didn't coach them. And they got results, and they were praising our company. How many of you want to learn exactly how to do that? Imagine being able to generate leads, convert those leads, and then be able to create results and transformation and testimonials at scale without having to fill your calendar. Well, that's what we're going to focus on today. In this live stream, I'm going to show you the 5 scalable offers every coach needs in order to grow without burning out. I'm going to show you how you can design your Ascension Ladder so clients naturally ascend from entry level to premium client. And we're going to show you why these offers unlock not just more growth, but also more freedom in your calendar. Let me know in the chat if that's exciting for you. And then also let me know, what is your current offer? What do you sell? Is it one-on-one, group coaching, course material? Is it like AI now is a big thing? Let me know what it is that you are currently selling and how much it is and who you sell it to. There's a likelihood that I might know somebody who's a good fit that I can be your referral partner. I believe in collaboration over competition, so I'd love to send referrals your way. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, can you see my screen? Let me know. You should see a slide that says Ascension Ladder. And it shows you essentially the 5 different offers that we're going to be walking through today. If you're only selling hours, you're always running out of time, and you're going to run out of time before you run out of clients. Scalability isn't about serving less deeply. It's about serving more people with the same amount of depth. Every level of growth in your business demands a new level of offer and a new type of system. So this is the Ascension Ladder. Let me know if you can see it in your screen. I'm not sure if you could see it, but I think you can. Okay, so a ladder without rungs can't be climbed, neither can a coaching business without scalable offers. We have your entry offer. Your entry offer leads to your accelerators. Your accelerators lead to your masterminds. Your masterminds lead to your certifications, and your certifications lead to VIP workshops. Let me break it down for you. So let's talk about the entry offer. The entry offer is, the purpose of an entry offer is to attract and qualify. An entry offer is a very low ticket purchase, and it can range anywhere from, literally, I've seen entry offers for $1 all the way up to, I've seen $297. I've even seen $997, depending on who the audience is. That might be a really easy purchase. But essentially, this is your gateway product. Your entry offer is what's going to attract buyers and qualify buyers. What your offer needs to do is to identify who are the people who are willing to spend money, even if it's $5, to get help, to learn how to do something, to figure out what the solution is. Now, this could be a mini course. This could be a challenge. We're about to do a challenge in a couple of weeks I'm really excited about. This could be a toolkit. I've seen toolkits work really well, especially toolkits of bundles. I've seen challenges work really well. I've seen demonstrations work really well. So like sales call demonstrations, we actually have an entire like Netflix of sales calls that I've conducted and our coaching clients have conducted to show you how to sell your coaching programs. And so this could be anything. The question I want you to ask yourself is, what's one small win that you can package? What is the thing that's going to get the people you really want to serve? Like, what is the easiest win you can create for them today, right now? Maybe it's giving them something they can print out. Maybe, for example, you're a live stream coach and you show people how to stream. Let me know in the chat. What is a small win you can create? So maybe you're a live stream coach. The easiest thing you can offer is a $7 script to start and end your live streams that generate leads. Maybe you are a social media manager. So then what you can offer is some type of tool that's maybe a calendar, or we have AI. So maybe it's an AI prompt that helps people create content on a daily basis and rotates through your framework, right? Maybe for you, it's a challenge. Maybe it's like a 3-day challenge. It's $57. I'm making up the number. The number doesn't really matter. It's $49, $57, $97, but it's a 3-day challenge. And in that challenge, they're going to accomplish something. They're going to do something in that challenge. Or maybe it is a mini course, right? Hey, here are 5 videos that are going to help you do this thing. You get instant access today for $19. Your job with this entry offer isn't to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money from this. The goal is to make your programs that are higher end and get those in front of the right people who are buyers. It's essentially to generate money that you can then spend back on ads. So every $17 purchase you get coming in goes straight back to paid ads or goes back to your marketing. So it essentially covers your advertising costs. So it is a gateway product that attracts and qualifies leads that are buyers and liquidates or gives you a kind of a balanced, a zero cost advertising budget, which is really nice. So entry offers. Let me know, do you have an entry offer? I see Heather's here, which is awesome. Entry offer is to determine who's willing to pay to help you with their program or with their problem, even if it's a dollar transaction. Yes, so good. Okay, offer number 2. So offer number 1 is an entry offer. If you don't have an entry offer right now, my recommendation, take the next 24 to 72 hours, put it together. Put it together. So important. Offer number 2. These are your accelerators. Now, your accelerators are higher ticket. You will profit from your accelerators. And oftentimes, it's offer 2 and 3 that are your real profit generators. These are your signature offers. This is where you make most of your money. So offer 2 is your accelerator. This is oftentimes like a group coaching program. The way we design and help our clients design group coaching programs, sorry, I'm getting notifications. I'm going to turn this on Do Not Disturb, is the way that we design our group coaching programs is it's typically a 30 to 90 day program. Could be longer, that's okay. But it's typically a 30 to 90 day program. And what we do in that group coaching program is it's an accelerant to help them do the thing that you just kind of give them a small win with in the entry offer. I'll give you an example. Our entry offer is a $5 masterclass. We dive really deep into a lot of really good training in that masterclass, and we show people how to build scalable systems. Our accelerator is a 90-day accelerator to help you implement those systems. So where our entry offer is the gateway and allowing us to identify someone who's interested in scalable systems, our accelerator solves one big problem: speed. Speed to implementation. That's the goal. It's to get someone to say, hey, you want to implement this, we can help you, and we can do it fast. People are willing to pay for speed. They want it now. They want to do it without having to go through the trial and error of figuring it out themselves. they want your support, and they want it fast. People are willing to pay for speed. And so that's what an accelerator is. That's what your group coaching program should be. This is where you deliver structured results in short sprints. It could be 8 to 12 weeks, 30 to 90 days. And typically we're charging anywhere from $2,500 on the low end, super low end, to about $12,000, $15,000 on the high end. That's what we typically see. So I'm curious, would your ideal client, think about the perfect person that you've ever worked with or that you want to work with, would they be interested in quick implementation and quick results? Even if your system is psychological, it's mindset, it's personal development, do they want to develop the habits that you help them develop the character traits, develop the environment, the systems, the practices that you teach people? Do they want that now? If they could shift their whole life in a moment's notice, would they do that? Yes. If I told you, I'm going to show you how to make $1 million, and there's 2 ways to do it. The first is in 24 hours. The next is in 24 years. Which one do you want to learn? You want to know, give me the 24 hours one. I want to make money now. So my recommendation for you is create a sense of speed, urgency, and implementation. It's speed to implementation. Atiba, good to see you, my friend. So offer number 1 is the entry offer. This is what is your gateway product. The purpose is to attract and qualify. Offer 2 is now the accelerator. This is, hey, we can help you get the results fast. We can help you implement the system fast. We can help you develop the habits, the character traits, etc. fast. Offer 3 is one of my favorites. I own 3 different masterminds. Masterminds, which are offer 3, is a high touch, successful, and exclusive experience. Okay, this is where only the best of your clients get a private invitation to. They get high touch. So typically what we're including in our masterminds are retreats or in-person experiences. How many of you currently offer retreats? Let me know in the chat below. Where we are thinking of planning a retreat, maybe in Tennessee or maybe in Southern California early next year. Let me know. Do you host retreats? Let me know in the chat. Do you have a retreat coming up? I'd love to know. But we offer masterminds. The way we sell our retreat tickets is, or the way we sell our mastermind or our retreat tickets is you buy one of these, you get another one free. So you buy our mastermind for $25,000 and we'll throw in a ticket to our retreat. Or you buy the retreat for, $5,000, and then that $5,000 goes towards the mastermind. So it's like a buy one, get one free. That's how we fill our retreats and fill our masterminds. But this is deeper access to you. This is typically a year-long experience, and this is where people begin to really mastermind. They're definitely trying to learn from you, but you're really facilitating a conversation amongst the people who are really successful. You're asking others to share what insights, what strategies do you have? That's what a mastermind is. If you don't know what the history of a mastermind is, it's one of my favorite lessons in history. It's a group of people coming together who are geniuses in their fields and posing one question to the group, and everyone providing answers from their perspective to that question or problem. So imagine if you had a marketing expert, a sales expert, an in-person experience expert, you had a VA expert like Atiba, a retreat expert like Heather. You had all these people who were on your board. Ours is called, it's an advisory board. And essentially you bring a problem, you say, I really want to do this. And you had all of those experts speaking into you. And then your clients, what if you created this room so your clients was able to experience that insight and impact? That's what a mastermind is. Typically we're charging anywhere on the low end, $10,000. On the high end, it can range anywhere to $50,000. Ours typically sells for anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000. Your accelerator and your mastermind is where you make most of your money. But there are going to be some clients who look at what you do, see the impact of what you create and say, I want to do that too. I believe in your mission so much that I want to do exactly what you do. And that is where offer 4 comes in. This is where you begin to create leverage by duplicating yourself. Catch that. You're able to duplicate yourself. Because what happens is people see what you do and they see the magic of it. And they say, I want to do that too. And so what you do is you create a certification program. We have a certification program called the Abundance Coaching Certification Program, where we show people our methods for being a business coach, being a personal development coach. And so essentially what you can do is take all of your methodology, all of your framework, you begin to package it up. And you begin to train other people in your ways. And you create, if you want to use a religious term, disciples. If you want to use a corporate term, apprentices. You take people on this journey to becoming just as impactful as you are. Now, if you were a part of our Scalable Coaches Summit, you heard from one of our listeners today, Atiba, who talked about the micro subconscious decisions that you make without even being aware of it, that you call your intuition. I'm going to say that again. Your intuition is simply subconscious micro decisions you're making. So what you think is only exclusive to you, the truth is it's simply something that you do, like breathing. You don't think about it. But if you really begin to slow down and process, how do I actually create results for my clients? I bet you there's a formula there. And that becomes your intellectual property that you can then license out to other people who can create results for you with your clients. And so a certification program, it sells typically anywhere from $15,000 to $40,000. And this is where you train the trainer. You have a facilitator program where you're showing people how to create results like you. I'm curious, let me know in the chat, what in your coaching right now could you standardize? And what would it be like if you were to enter a room? I want you to really imagine this. You're able to enter your room, right? A business conference room. And there were 12 people there who have been trained in your magic, your arts, the way you show up and coach. And imagine all of them hired by you, bought into your mission, saying, how do we make this even better? Imagine having an army of coaches creating the result you want to be creating. Talk about scale. Because here's the truth. Not everyone's for me, and I'm not for everybody. But they might be for someone else. And the methods work nonetheless. So if I could train that someone else, bring them into my team, now we can work with more people. We could double our efforts and create more impact. And I know as a coach, you, if you're anything like me, want to create massive impact in the world. That's offer 4. Certification where you're creating leverage with your IP. Good to see you, Katie. So much goodness. I see Heather saying major breakthroughs at that retreat that we hosted where you actually met Atiba that helped me make small changes that were majorly impactful in the previous business with ease. So good. Now the 5th scalable offer in the Ascension Ladder for coaches is VIP workshops. I host VIP workshops. I bring 3 to 5 people in. They pay $50,000 to show up for 2 full days with me. This is where I now can work with high-level individuals and show up fully for them. This is premium, high-level experiences where it's a boardroom workshop and private group intensives, typically in a pretty incredible, phenomenal place, where we make so much progress in those 2 to 3 days that it's insane. They get everything I have to offer and my exclusive time there. These are the only people that have one-on-one access to me through a platform called Voxer. Notice this is the first time I'm talking about one-on-one services. This is how you get out of the rat race of selling time for money. Your time is the most valuable thing. The most valuable thing. So it should be at the top of your Ascension Ladder. This is premium high leverage experiences. Every quarter, they get to meet with me in person for a private group intensive for 2 to 3 days in a beautiful place, and it's phenomenal. I'm curious, what would it be like if you were to enter a room where everybody there was fully bought in and wanted to spend the time with you and were willing to pay for it? So these numbers are arbitrary. You could change your numbers. You can have different price points. The truth is they're just numbers. So if you're like, I want to sell my certification for, instead of, $25,000 for $10,000 or for $3,000, you get to choose. You're the business owner. These are just recommended price points, but this is how you create the empire. Here's what's pretty incredible is somebody who buys your entry offer could join your mastermind. They could join your certification program, right? They can jump, but typically they're going from one step to the next. So an entry offer customer is becoming an accelerator client, which is becoming a masterminder, which is getting certified, which is doing your VIP workshops. If you look at this like a funnel, most people are going to come in at the bottom or at the top of the funnel, and then it's going to funnel down, or here they'll climb up to the top of the mountain or the peak of your ladder, which is your VIP workshops. So here's what I want you to get out of this before I close today. Every step up the ladder is more impact for your clients and more freedom for you. Scalable offers build businesses that outlast burnout, outlast one-on-one hustle. Here's the truth, personal grind and hustle can only scale so far. And then what happens is you have to sustain it, so then you burn out. The moment you stop trading time for money, everything begins to shift and change. Some breakthroughs take years, others happen in a single day. That's why I love VIP workshops. When others can teach your method, your message becomes a movement. That's why I love certification programs. Transformation doesn't necessarily happen in isolation. It happens in community. That's why I love masterminds. People don't want information. They want acceleration. They want speed to implementation. That's why I love accelerators. And your entry offer is a handshake, not a wedding ring, simply to make it easy for them to say yes and join your ecosystem. And that's why I love entry offers. So don't just build offers, build a pathway your clients can walk for years. If you skip steps on the ladder, your clients will too. Clarity beats complexity. So start with one offer, then build it well, and then start with your next. You don't have to have all of this in place at once. Start with one offer. And my recommendation is the accelerator. How can you get people results fast? Then what is the one win you can create for the entry offer? What is the most successful clients? How can you continue to serve them in your mastermind? And then your certification and your VIP workshop begin to build on their own. So scaling isn't about more work, it's about more wisdom. I'm really excited for you to begin to take this. I'm curious if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. I'll come back to this live stream if you post a question during the replay and make sure to answer your question. Here's the truth. It's not up to me, but Facebook removes live streams after 30 days. So you only have 30 days to watch this training and get Q&A on this specific topic. Let me know in the chat below what your questions are and how we can support you. And if you're like, Sean, this is amazing, I want more of this, I want to accelerate my implementation of this, you can reach out to me and we can have a conversation. And if you're a good fit, if you qualify, and if it makes sense for us to work together, I can walk through those programs with you. My name is Sean Q. I'm so excited to be a part of your world. Thank you for being a part of this Facebook group. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.